Wow, Christoph, that was a great adventure.
It was a lot of fun. I just wish we could do more once in a while.
Yeah, it seems like D&D is only good for D&D.
That's very true.
Wait a minute. What if we could roll the dice for other things in our life? I got it. Let's roll for our next Halloween excursion.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Take a nice D20. We've got 20 locations on a list right over here that we're going to roll to go to for our Halloween shopping extravaganzas. Wish us luck. Where do you think we're going to go first?
9.
Wow!
9. We love that the dice took us to Joann's today, and we're starting right off in the front vestibule with their porch signs and yard stakes. These oversized signs have become more popular over the years, and we can understand why. They're also adorable. Look at this Boo Witch skeleton here. He looks like he even glows in the dark. Just look at that happy grin. This jack-o'-lantern stack was great, as well as all of these welcome signs. The Boo Ghost is so cute too. I mean, trick or treat with the house on top. These are all fantastic. You couldn't go wrong with any of these decisions. These were all pretty sturdy and all about the same price, ranging from $59.99 to $79.99. And they were already 40% off. And the first thing we saw when we entered the store was this adorable rack of fall and Halloween socks. Yes, so many cute designs to look at. These are pretty much fall animals, and then there's a small bit of Halloween on this side. Lots and lots of designs to choose from. And then there was even more on the opposite side that were more Halloween themed. I just love some of the cats and ghosts and skeletons, of course, because they are my favorites. I even love that this little cat pops out, and this ghost too. So cute. So many designs to choose from. I don't even know which one I would go with. If you've watched our channel before, you'll know that we love it when we find Halloween themed kitchen items. These wine stoppers and bottle openers were awesome. Can't wait to put some of these to good use, as well as these shakers and barware. Beautiful for anyone. Some of these sayings were also super clever, and I love this coffin shaped tray. Drinkware is also becoming more and more popular. These skeleton glasses, skeleton hand rocks glasses were amazing, as well as these gorgeous decanters. I love it when I can find spooky glasses for the bar. I mean, look at this decanter. It's got a hand-blown glass skull and the inside that stays not filled. The next aisle we came to was the Boneyard, and they start right off with these neon glow skeletons, available in this lime green and neon pink, and even an alien variety. They also had a comeback of the jack-o'-lantern skeleton from last year, and this year there are two sizes, large and the small one you just saw a moment ago. And this guy lights up. New to the Boneyard this year are these cute rainbow skeletons, available in snakes, puppies, teddy bears, unicorns, and even chameleons. Not sure how I feel about those, but they're definitely very colorful. It's no surprise that I found the dish towels pretty quickly because they are one of our favorite finds. This featured fall designs like mushrooms and squirrels and fall leaves. They had a decent sized collection of fall mugs also. Mesh wreath makers will be happy to know that they have plenty of mesh in style for your fall wreaths as well. These smaller yard stakes would look awesome sticking out of some of the plants on our porch. The designs are really cute. I especially love the bat, the spider, and of course, the cat and the skull. But honestly, they're all great. This aisle starts off right off the bat with window clings and some fun signage. Look at that apothecary sign. I had to have Christoph help me demonstrate this witch's in sign. I love that it switches from in to out and is the perfect sign for a witch who's actually practicing to help others. The boo sign down below was also cute too. And as Christoph pointed out, we have a repeat of the bat mirror from last year. And down below we have these spirits that light up. The lighting was hard to see, but it was actually a rainbow colored, like LED light inside. I can imagine that would look pretty creepy in the dark. We have another assortment of lights in all different shapes and sizes. These spider web lamps at top are kind of cool and new for this year. But there's a good section of lighting to choose from this year, as well as the cauldrons on the bottom. This doorbell is frightfully fun. Just listen. We found a single atomizer mister, as well as this lamp, and some additional lighting in this aisle. These tree huggers were a new addition this year, starting off with Crypt Keeper, Pumpkinhead, and Skeleton. These would look really creepy poking around fence posts too. That spider spiral was kind of cool, but we really love the detail on this Happy Halloween sign. So whimsical and beautiful. Then we spotted this additional section of wine glasses, decanters, and martini glasses. We really love all of these spooky barware designs, and we think they're going to be everywhere this year. Next, we came upon their open aisle with their larger display pieces. We've got jack-o'-lanterns, ghosts, witch hats, houses, signs, and more in this section. And more collectible skull animals. We've got donkeys, cows, two-headed dogs, alligators, and dragon skulls. And Christoph always says, check your articulation. You want to make sure your skeletons move appropriately. This cat plaque was also a nice find. This end cap featured bottles and mystical finds. Let's test and see if they open. And they do. What about the other one though? Yep, 2 for 2. Good job, Joann's. Skulls, bottles, palmistry, and tarot cards. What a wonderful collection to be put all together. That crystal ball and moon are kind of cool too. These moon phase mirrors caught a glimpse of us before we moved down to the moon phase cauldrons. The boneyard continues again in this aisle with chickens, dragons, alligators, and more. Joann's extensive bone collection has been growing exponentially, and we couldn't believe how many there were this year. We love that while some were cutesy, others were more anatomically correct, but still all utterly ridiculous and adorable, which is why we love collecting them just so much. Some of our favorite new ones for this year were this duck, these little dogs with the bones, these little short, squat skeletons, and of course, we couldn't forget the gnome. And they've brought back their life-size mermaid skeletons and more. And these oil slick flamingos were new for this year too. The oil slick color scheme has been a theme of Joann's for the last few years, and we love that it's sticking around. Moving on, we found an army more of skeletons in all different shapes, colors, and sizes. Across the aisle, full-size werewolf skeletons brought delight to Kristoff. And the return of flocked skeletons in orange, black, and hot pink were evident this year. And the parade of skeletons just kept continuing on, from more werewolves to humans to everything you can imagine. This Batlight, sequin pillows, and Grim Reaper finished off that aisle. And we finally found the Halloween dish towel aisle. We loved lots of these designs. However, most of them would not fit our lab decor. I did really love the saying on this one, and these patterns were really beautiful too. The anatomical skull drawing one was another one of my favorites. The Food is to Die For was a good design too. Next, we move into this witchier aisle with lots of moons and celestial designs throughout. With the exception of the disco moon mirror, most of these were designs from last year, just re-brought out again for this year. They must have been pretty popular. These skull containers are everywhere this year, and they're kind of similar to our skull luminary that we made. The witchy themes and vibes continue along in this aisle with mini cauldron sets, tarot cards, sparkly mushrooms, skulls, and more. The collection of bottles and containers is definitely expanded this year, as well as some vases and lanterns. Moon phases and all kinds of moon shapes are in again this year. Including this disco moon pillow and purple star. Just look at that sparkle. This little DJ was all on his lonesome, but we couldn't resist and had to push the button. We've always loved the phrase on this sign, and he's still going. More signage, and then look at these coffin shelves. We have one similar from a previous year where the webs are not in white but dark brown. Christoph stumbled upon more kitchenware, mitts, towels, bowls, and more. Joann's had so many different designs in kitchen towels, it's almost so hard to decide which ones we even like or want. And look at that planchette plate. In this section of the aisle, we found a whole bunch of skull-themed pillows in different varieties and shapes and colors. And Christoph really likes this one the best. But if you asked me, I'd go with this one. Hey, ghoul, hey! This etched design was actually pretty cool too. This bat design was nice too, but it doesn't match the colors of our lab. And this two-sided spider web on one side, skeletons on the other side pillow was great too. We've been wanting to add a Wicked Witch and Grumpy Old Toad saying to the lab for some time now. Christoph thinks this pillow should be a contender, and I even like the design on the back. This grouping of Amish-styled long-legged witches and planetary orbs were found in a little corner over here, along with a solitary disco mushroom and more skulls. This skeleton bust was particularly interesting with its rust-like finish and soft, warm glow. Joann's had a good assortment of laces, creepy cloths, spider webs, and more as well. This aisle had plenty of fun stuff from chains to bats, skulls, witch hats, and more. That bat wall sculpture was really cool. There were signs to cause trouble with the neighbors, more bats, half skulls, signs, black cats, houses, ghosts. This aisle was definitely a mishmash, and a smattering of disco as well. This upside-down hanging bat lantern was stunning with its vintage look and eerie warm glow. This section was also really cool with its flora and fauna mixed with skulls. Then we stumbled across these urns, lanterns, spider bowls, and more. Joann's DIY section never disappoints. Half moon bowls, hanging skull planters that you could paint yourself, ghosts, pumpkin towers, astronomical spears, moons, cauldrons, and more. And what's nice about this spot is it's tucked a little way further back into the store. They also have things to paint on wood as well. Look at all these great Halloween shapes that you can make a DIY out of. Just imagine all of the possibilities. Joann's Painted Surfaces never disappoints with all the cool, unique things they have available, from signs in all various shapes and sizes, to banners, these adorable bookends, coasters. Look at these cloches, boxes, simple cutout shapes, coffins, you name it. This end cap was giving flight with spooky bats and ravens alike. Before grounding itself with skulls and vintage sewing machines. This end cap was mostly ghostly themed, other than the two things above. But all you ghosty girlies, there's definitely lots of cute stuff here. From glowing ones to ones holding up bowls, and even this adorable cake plate. We've found this end cap entirely full of cute mugs, from pink jack-o'-lanterns and spooky sayings. There's something for everyone here. We've been looking for a creamer container to go with our cauldron sugar bowl. Maybe we'll find something here. While all the sayings on these are absolutely perfect, I don't think any of these would work for what we're looking for, because we would like a little spout so that the cream doesn't go everywhere. But I really am tempted with some of these mug designs. One thing I love about Joann's is you never know when you're going to stumble across more Halloween themed stuff. This random section of candle holders was all by itself in the middle of an aisle I didn't think it belonged in, but I'm glad I stumbled upon them anyways. Another Halloween aisle with more skulls, cauldrons, and more. Look at this huge gothic mirror. Stunning. I even like this garbage can. This aisle had a little bit of everything, from heart hands to Halloween skull and bulb light up trees. And look at that cute bat face and how the eyes light up on this one. We've got skeleton lovers under the lamppost and skeleton rockettes too. Jack-o'-lantern headed skeleton. Zombie cat was really cool too. A lot of the items in this aisle did light up, so I did have to test this one out. This guy's either really proud of his jack-o'-lantern, or he's afraid of all those scaredy cats. Moving down past the jack-o'-lanterns to this macabre mirror. Next, we found a couple of houses, starting with this black light-up one. And this gray twisty tower, which lit up too, but was much harder to see. Next, it was jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkins galore, in shapes, styles, and colors that anyone can adore. Next came this section of skeletons doing fun things. This guy's lounging on the beach, couples getting married, sitting with pets, bubble bath, reading to pets, jamming out, and even toilet sitting. And down on the bottom, we almost missed this bat in its little frame. Next, we stumbled on a section of resin skulls in various shapes, sizes, colors, and styles. Some had their tops off so you could put things inside them. Remember, before putting food inside, make sure they're food safe. Most of these varieties seem to be for plant holders, but you could always put a bowl inside and use them that way. We also have books and garlands, followed by tree ornaments. This really shocked me that they had such a good selection of unique ornaments for your spooky trees. Look at the detail on this witch's hat. This pile of bones and rainbow blown glass skulls, moons, ravens, spiders, skeletons and coffins, bat glowing ornament. So many details, and they were so well done. Add some of the regular ball ornaments to your tree and you've got an instant Halloween tree. Well, today the Dice Gods were really kind and they took us all the way to Joann's. They had a spectacular Halloween display on this year and we loved everything we saw.
Absolutely. Joann is always one of our favorites.
Well, if you liked what you saw today, make sure you give us a big thumbs up.
Leave a comment if you have any questions about anything we saw today.
Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode of all the fun going on here in the lab.
If you like those bats in the belfry and hit that bell so you always get notified every time we upload.
Thank you for joining us again, and we'll see you in the lab next time. Goodbye.
Evening, mortal.